So welcome back to the Luis Fashino Forest Sports Plaza, state-of-the-art new stadium for the 2020 Olympic Games. And we are here for the Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open. Well, success for home players in the first two finals of the day. And next up is the mixed doubles, and it's an all-Chinese affair. It's a repeat of the recent World Championship final, and it's one of two finals today that features the number 1 and 2 seeds. It's the world champions, Zheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong, up against the defending champions, Huang Yilu and Huang Dongping. Now, as far as the race to Guangzhou standings are concerned in the mixed doubles, it's interesting because whether they win or lose today, Zheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong cannot overtake the Olympic silver medalists Chen Pingsun and Go Liu Ying, who will remain number 1, and obviously Zheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong will remain number 2. But languishing at number 16 on the list at the moment is the other finalists for today, and they will definitely come into the top 10. If they win, they'll come in at number 6, and if they lose today's final, they will come into the top 10 at number 8 on that race to Guangzhou. So as far as the mixed doubles draw is concerned, from quarterfinal stage, you can see we had 3 Chinese pairs, 2 Japanese pairs, and the Olympic silver medalists from Malaysia had a real battle yesterday against the new world champions. So the number 1 and 2 seeds contesting today's mixed doubles final, and it's only the second time on the World Tour that the mixed doubles final has featured the top 2 seeds. The other occasion was the Singapore Open, which was a Super 500 event, when the number 2 seeds Gu Sun Huat and Siobhan Jamie Lai beat the number 1 seeds Tuntui Ahmad and Liliana Nasia. So you would think that number 1 and 2 seeds would play against each other in finals more often than it does happen. It's quite a rarity. But in my opinion, these are the 2 outstanding pairs in world badminton at the moment. The world champions, Zheng Shiwei and Huang Yaxiong. For the man leading them out, Zheng Shiwei, in his second final at the Japan Open, having won the title 2 years ago with the lady we've just seen in the women's doubles, Chen Qingcheng. And en route to taking that title, actually beat his partner of today in the semi-final stage, because Wang Yaxiong used to play with Lu Kai, and they met in the semi-final 2 years ago. So, to the defending champions. The number 2 seeds, Huang Yilu and Huang Dongping. A year ago, here in Tokyo, they won their very first and only Super Series title, beating the qualifiers Hoki and Hirota in the final. When the 2 pairs met in that World Championship final last month, it was the 4th time in World Championship history that the 2 pairs in the mixed doubles final had both come from China. Well, that's ominous for the defending champions, because this is the 6th meeting between the 2 pairs, and last year's champions have yet to record a victory against Zheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong.
Oh, sorry. So you see it. And the end is different. Okay?
So here, the man who's won the title previously with a different partner. So his partner today, Huang Yaxiong, the only player on court who has not won a Japan Open title. He's 21 years of age, from Wenzhou, in Zhejiang province on the east coast of China. And since he's formed his partnership with 24-year-old Huang Yaxiong, this is their 10th final today in only their 12th tournament together. And it was a remarkable statistic. They became world number ones on the 9th of August, so this is their 6th consecutive week as world number ones. And they had a very tough semi-final, having had really a rather easy quarter-final, which was hugely surprising because Zhang Nan was a 3-time winner of the mixed doubles title here with Zhao Yunlei, but it was only 25 minutes. As you can see, he was beaten in the quarter-final. The Olympic silver medalist took them the full distance yesterday, just under the hour mark for that quarter-final. So to Wang Yilu, 23-year-old from ZHENG in Zhejiang province, and he and his partner did spend a total of 5 weeks as world number ones. Wang Dongping from Fujian province played together as juniors. Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping, they were silver medalists at the 2012 Asian Junior Championships and then reformed their partnership at the 2016 Denmark Super Series. Now they've been in terrific form because all of their matches in 2 straight games, including the semi-final yesterday against the All England champions Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino. And of course, Watanabe and Higashino being home players, they had all the support, so Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping were doing extremely well to overcome not only their opponents but the fans as well. I have to say though that the fans here, as we look at our court officials, Nonoguchi, umpire for this, and Sakamoto, the service judge, I have to say the fans here in Japan are always very polite. Yes, they support their own players, but they're also very polite in their support of good badminton. So Steen, as they get ready to start, tall order, tough for the defending champions to retain their title?
Yes, I think it will be so. I think it's one of those occasions where you're up against an opponent that just has your number. Your own strengths are being tested because you're playing someone who has some of the exact same strength. They're just a little bit sharper than yourself.
On my right.
That makes it really difficult playing players with the same profile.
China. And on my left, Chen Siwei, Wang Yaqiong, China. Wang Yaqiong to serve to Wang Yilu. Double play.
So the world champions in the red kits against the defending champions. This should be a terrific match.
Over, 1 love.
Well, that's anything to go by.
Yeah, that was a great rally.
Yeah.
2 love. Time's over. 1
Yeah, it's good awareness, isn't it? I always think of Zheng Xiwei as such a fast player on court and a player that likes to hit a lot of very hard shuttles. But I think he's developing and playing a lot more tactically astute and varying the pace more.
It's become much better around the tape height. Really good above the tape. Still can develop, in my opinion, when he's playing from below the tape, but that very rarely happens because of his partner here, Huang Yaqiong, was excellent at the net. She was challenged yesterday against Go Liu Ying. I think today she has the upper hand against Huang Dongping. We saw yesterday when Huang Yilu and Huang Dongping played the Japanese pair, Watanabe and Higashino, that Huang Yilu is really quick on his feet and he's also very powerful. The problem is that Zheng Xiwei, of course, matches him. He's even quicker on his feet and almost equally powerful, if not more.
Yeah. Well, there's the power play that I was referring to.
4-3.
And of course, in the mixed doubles, it's most times too difficult to play from the defensive position. You pretty much want to change the defense around as soon as possible, either to attack or to a more 50-50 situation.
Service over. 4-0. Service over. 5-4.
She's so good at that, Huang Yaqiong, getting in on the third shot. Sometimes when Zheng Xiwei serves, but also in her own service. Struggled a little bit just after the introduction of the experimental service rule. What a fantastic rally.
Yeah, sensational. Weathered the storm, the defending champions. My goodness me, they had to be sharp on their defensive play there. Look at that.
Service over. 5-6.
Well played. I like the flick serve from Wang Yilu to Huang Yaqiong.
6.
Discussed it a little bit yesterday that when you have a female player that is so good on the front court, it's very often a good idea to move her away from that area at the beginning of the match.
7-6.
My goodness me. Yeah. Huang Yaqiong standing her ground.
Service over. 7-0.
How does she rate in terms of best front court players in world badminton at the moment?
Huang Yaqiong?
Yeah.
Well, I think Go Liu Ying is still my choice. Totally close to the net. The more we move away from the net, the more Huang Yaqiong comes into play.
8, 7.
We expect Liliana Nasir to have retired, was entered into this tournament, but withdrew. So I guess second. Can't really think of any other.
Higashino?
No, not on the front court.
8, 0.
I had a chance to see that yesterday, and I mean, she's very, very mobile, obviously, and good from the back court, jump smashes and everything. But I don't think she has the same eye for the game as Wang Yacheng had early on. We saw that rally where things just changed. She played a soft shot below the tape, and knowing what to cover after that is so valuable. And I mean, it's not something that you're born with. It can be learned, but some are faster learners than others. And it takes some video and it takes some testing when you play yourself. Reading the body position, the racket position, the amount of pressure that the opponents are on. All that helps you make the correct choice.
Sensu Wei challenge is called out.
I fear he might lose that challenge. Indeed he does.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 9-0. Play.
Oh, service fault called. Too high.
Too high. Service over. 10-9.
In each other's way.
11-9 interval.
Yeah, and I think Huang Yaxiong may have just twisted her ankle. Did her partner?
Yeah, she stepped on it.
Yeah. Dear. Yeah, it looked a little nasty to me. Yeah, he stepped on her. Coaches leaving the players to their own devices. Because of course they've only got their national coaches here. We saw in the women's singles semi-final yesterday, all Japanese affair, that the players had their club coaches because the club coaches are here as well as the national coaches.
Yeah. And even when the Japanese players' pairs are on court, there's the national coach on the chair, and then one of the club coaches next to that national coach. Very nice way of spreading knowledge throughout the system.
9. Play.
To my understanding, there's no centralized national training in Japan. Some training camps and travel, of course, but
yeah, that's my understanding too.
Otherwise, the players practice back in their clubs,
Service
companies.
10.
That's
11.
interesting, in my opinion. But it also takes an enormous amount of resources to keep a system like that going. But think of how many coaches you've got working with the players. So very often coaching
11.
time per player is a decisive factor in terms of development. so quick with his arm and racket there. Zhang Siwei.
11. Service over. 12-all.
Ooh. Was it a double hit?
Yeah, that was what he called.
Service over.
Well, there's no
13.
argument from the players.
No.
I guess it must have been. Well spotted, umpire. Oh, taken off the top of the tape. Yeah, really played his partner into trouble. Zheng Siwei. Wasn't
13.
enough pressure on this one.
All.
That's nice.
Service over. 14-13.
Looked very casual with that. There was hardly any backswing, was there, on
No.
that backhand?
Service over.
Certainly ready for those flick serves there.
14-all.
Both pairs. The Danes, I think that the Chinese players are at the moment the best in utilizing those flick serve possibilities that the experimental service rule has provided. It's really fast-paced at the moment.
15.
The way the game is
14.
going, it's almost like watching
Do not throw the step, okay?
men's doubles. Indonesian men's doubles where they're really short rallies, but as long as you think you have a little advantage against your opponent, that's okay.
I thought the World Championship final as well between these two. I thought it was played at an incredible pace.
15.
Pace within the rallies.
All. Service over. 16-15.
Seemed like good friends off the court, Zhang Siwei and Huang Yilu. I was traveling home from Jakarta on the same plane as the Chinese team and sat next to the two players in the lounge ahead of the flight, and they seemed to having a good time.
What a rally. Oh. Dashed off court to get a new racket, Huang Yilu.
17-15.
Could be a very good trick in show matches, running off to get a racket, and if you don't make it, then you get a helper to sit there and throw the racket into you.
Right.
These two French table tennis players, they were very famous. They became very famous for show matches in table tennis. Had all kinds of gadgets. So much fun.
Service over. 16-17.
Unbelievable. What a rally. I don't believe it.
Fantastic.
Well, if that doesn't make play of the day, I'll be very, very surprised.
That's
What a
17
rally.
all.
one of the absolute best mixed doubles rallies I've seen in a very long time. And not one of it is the best mixed doubles rally I've seen in a very long time. I think it should be used for educational purposes.
Keep wiping, please. Keep counting, please.
No, that was unbelievable.
Trying to get the attack, and the moment you're a little bit unsharp in the attack, your opponents immediately turn it around and attack themselves.
Yeah.
17 all. Play.
Missed it. That could be costly.
Service over. 18-17.
Well, it's hugely entertaining for us, Dean,
Yeah, it is.
but I can't help but think somebody needs to slow it down somewhere
Yeah.
because they're both trying to hit as hard as they possibly can, both pairs.
Yeah, it's like you won't really recognize that the other part is actually having the upper hand in the fast-paced game, and I can understand that because it is so close.
Service over.
Well, in their previous
18.
5 meetings,
All.
Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping have only ever won 1 game. He's only gone the full distance once. Of course, all matches won by Zheng Qiwei and Wang
Right.
Yaxiong. Well, now's as good a chance as any. Defending champions, 18 all.
Service over.
Great
19,
placement of that
18.
shot from Yaxiong. I think Zheng Qiwei is struggling with his serve.
Service over.
Yeah, that looked
19.
very, very
all.
suspicious, that one.
right back for that, wasn't he? And now a game point opportunity.
20 game point.
World champions.
19.
Flicker.
Well taken from Wang Yaxiong as she and partner Cheng Shi-wei close out the opening
First game won by
21-19.
21-19.
22 minutes of fast and furious and hugely entertaining badminton. So I think the tournament doctor is going to be called. Was it a graze to the knee of Wang Yilu? It's the ankle of Wang Dongping. Certainly the right arm raised by the umpire means he's calling the tournament referee. Back from the Czech Republic. He's on to court. Now she wants some spray for that ankle. Well, we could clearly see her partner stood on her ankle as she was, as they clashed, both trying to play the same shot. Gives us a chance to quickly talk about the semi-final with the Olympic silver medalists, Chan Peng-soon and Go Liu-ying against the world champions. Of course, Chan Peng-soon and Go Liu-ying won this Japan Open title in 2012, so former champions, but it was a terrific semi-final yesterday.
It was, and it was actually the Olympic silver medalists who were one up in the head-to-heads ahead of this match, because they'd beaten Jiang Siwei and Huang Yaqiong in the Indonesia Open, where, in my opinion, Go Liu-ying sort of took over the front court and set it up so that Malaysians could win it, and it was a really, really good match yesterday, and eventually, of course, Jiang Siwei and Huang Yaqiong came through.
Level. Play.
So here we go, second game of World Champions. One game up against last year's Japan Open champions. Oh my goodness, indecision. Can't be taking it that late and get away with it.
Service over. 1 love.
And every time I see this sort of indecision nowadays, Steen, ever since we've been working together, which is a few years now, and you've talked about why does a player even try and play it?
Yeah.
Just leave it so you can get your spatial awareness. You know, if it's drops in, so be it. But you're going to lose the rally anyway.
Yeah, and especially in doubles, there's not a whole lot of room left when you're that late on your decision.
Yeah. Good rally again. That's gone wide.
I wonder if they have a practice exercise back in China that says every shot must be faster than the previous one. It seems like that. They must have a fantastic sparring environment with Zhang Nan, the former Olympic champion, as the third player. You would think that they would sort of try to learn a little bit from him in terms of once in a while just reducing the pace, but on the other hand, if you're better than your opponents, why not? Why do it?
Yeah. Oh dear, service error followed by a service error. It's one apiece now.
Service over. 2 all.
Missed that one. Huang Dongping. Looks like she moved just a split second too late to get high enough on that drop shot. But I must say it's been a very entertaining match. Very often we see matches with players from same nation or players that practice regularly together that it's not really that good. It's a lot of trying to get the upper hand, and if you don't, then you lose the rally quickly. But this has been some exciting mixed doubles we've seen so far.
Yes, I concur.
Service over. 3-4.
Goes down as a service error.
Service over.
So that's 2 for the number 2 seeds.
3.
Behind the back. Wow. Fantastic defense by Huang Dongping.
Service over. 4-5.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And he immediately changed the initiative in the rally. I remember I once saw Fei played with Liu Yang, former world champion with Liu Yang, and also women's doubles world champion. I saw her practice back in China. She was practicing with a tennis racket, returning shots at the net with a tennis racket to overload so that she gets strong enough to be fast with a badminton racket.
Couldn't get out of the way.
Service over. 7-5.
Oh, look at that defense. And then got caught by the clear.
8-5. Quick writing. Back on court.
Do you think we're going to have an era like we did with Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei and
CHN and Ma
Jin?
There's
These two pairs.
There's a possibility. It was really close that it would be an all Chinese final in the Asian Games. I think they held match points, Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping against Tang Chunman and ZHENG Sweat of Hong Kong. It was a close match anyway, so that would have been then the third consecutive tournament that these two pairs would have met in the final.
Service over.
And I mean,
9-6.
again, considering the sparring environment, Huang Yaqiong's old partner Lu Kai is still around. I think he was playing at this tournament with Chen Lu. Is that?
Service over.
Yes, I think that's right.
7-9.
I think they played against the Adcocks in the first round.
Yes, they did. Lost that match. did the Chinese.
Yeah, 3 games.
Service over 10-7.
So it's quite nice if your 4th pair at best takes the European champions to 3 games.
So it's a 4-point advantage here in the 2nd game, having already won the first. 4 world champions, Cheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong.
They also have ZHENG and Du Yue.
Yeah.
So 5 really strong mixed doubles pairs.
Just picking up about your comment that, you know, I know you said it in a jovial way. About, you know, I wonder if they practice
11-7.
Trying to hit the shuttle back faster than their opponents hit it to them. I'm just sort of thinking, well, as far as last year's champions are concerned, Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping played 5 matches against their opponents, lost all 5. I think they, whilst the fast game might work against every other pair in the world, if they want to be beating the world champions, they've got to develop something else to their game.
A different road. They've got to maintain this fast-paced ability that they have, so that they're sort of close to Jiang Siwei and Huang Yaqiong in that department. But then they've also got to develop some other skills that could win them the match.
14,
and that's where I see that they're not really strong enough. I think a lot of it is difference of the female players. She's got a really good defense, Wang Dongping, but how many of them does she actually turn around?
Yeah.
Against this pair here,
15,
who plays so fast.
Yeah, and that rally was an example of it. Yeah, she gets them back, but eventually her defence is broken down, so she's got to be turning her defensive play into attack. And I think that they need to
16-7.
Instead of trying to emulate what their opponents of today are strong at, they need to find something else.
Yeah. It could be interesting to see them play. To see them play a little bit more in the opposite position, because Huang Dongping, she used to be a really good women's doubles player as well. I think she could play from the backcourt. So, what if they practice that a little bit and try to take on Huang Yaqiong? So if Huang Dongping can't beat her at the net, what about Wang Yilu? Can he do it? And if not,
18,
okay, congratulations, then you won again.
Yeah. Well, it's now a run of 9 straight points. And the result now looks inevitable.
Service over 8-18. Service over
2 points away from the title.
8.
They've got to have better communication as to when he's rushing off to get a new racket.
Exactly.
Match point and a
20,
whole host of
match
them.
point 8.
From 9-7. That's gone long.
Game.
And a second Japan Open title for Cheng Shiwei. A first for his partner Wang Yaxiong. 21-19, 21-8. In a match lasting 36 minutes.
Match won by Chen Siwei, Wang Yaqiong, 21-19, 21-8.
12 of the last 13 points to close out the match. Well, this is only his second appearance at the Japan Open, Zheng Qiwei. 2 appearances, 2 titles. 2 years apart. That can't be bad, can it? So the winners will be interviewed centre stage, get their thoughts and their feelings on winning this title. 8th career title.
ダイハツヨネックスジャパンオープン混合ダブルスを制しました中国のジェン・シーウェイ選手、ファン・ヤチョン選手です。まず今の優勝を決めたお気持ちをお聞かせください。
The mixed doubles champion to Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open 2018, Zhang Shiwei and Huang Yongqing. Please share your feeling right now.
我觉得很开心嘛，今天自己的发挥也还不错，然后跟队友也是给大家呈现了一场精彩的比赛吧。我觉得现在能拿到冠军，自己很开心。
すごく嬉しいです。まず自分は今日本当にいいパフォーマンスを出せたと思います。もちろん相手チーム、自国の相手チームも一緒にいいパフォーマンスを出せたことが非常に嬉しいです。
I'm really grateful of my performance as well as my counterparts because they are also from China too.
このジャパンオープンでの優勝、次はどのようにつなげていきたいでしょうか。
How do you want to continue your pathway through after this Japan Open?
因为这是第一次在日本拿冠军，然后可能下一个目标肯定就是接下来的那个中国公开赛吧，这是最近的。
まず今回ジャパンオープンで優勝することができましたので、これを次のチャイナオープンにつなげてそこでも優勝したいと思います。
Well, since I win over the Japan Open this time around, I would like to continue to win over the China Open as well.
見事混合ダブルス制しましたジェン・シーウェイ選手、ファン・ヤチョン選手でした。おめでとうございます。
Again, congratulations to Zhang Shiwei and Fan Yacheng.
Well, since forming their partnership at the Macau Grand Prix last year, 12 tournaments they've played together now. They've been in 10 finals and they've won 8 titles. That is quite remarkable. 21-19, 21-8, the margin of their victory in a repeat of the World Championship final last month in Nanjing. Here's the final rally. You knew it was going long. The opening game was played at double quick time and it really was very, very entertaining badminton. Yeah, there's some Chinese fans, they'll be very happy. So we await for the prize presentation. And Steen, I mean, I can't think of a mixed doubles pair that started a partnership quite as well as this. Can you? I don't think even Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei started as well as this.
No, but I can think of one. That is the director of the BWF, Thomas Lund, and his wife Malina Lund. When they started their partnership, they never lost a match as a pair. So
Kim Dong-moon and Ra Kyung-min
also.
Yep, yep. There you go, just as well I've got you here, because you're absolutely right. A couple of other pairs that have started just as well. But here, the beaten finalists last year, the champions. This year, they have to settle for second best. Huang Dongping and Huang Yilu. And the champions, Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaxiong. Their second title here for Zheng Qiwei to add to the mixed doubles title he won 2 years ago with Chen Xiucheng.
The silver medals are presented to the runner-ups by Mr. Emmanuel Macri, Managing Director of Total Lubricants Japan Company Limited.
勝賞金は24,500ドルです。
The runner-up earns a prize money of $24,500 US.
次に優勝
So
の
the
金
gold
メダルが
medals
贈られます。
for Wang Yaxiong.
The gold medals are presented to the winners.
And now to Zheng Xiwei. A 24th career title for Zheng Xiwei. The 22nd in the mixed doubles discipline for Wang Yaxiong.
続いて世界バドミントン連盟ホールエリック・ホイヤー会長より優勝プレートが贈られ
19th
ます。
in mixed doubles.
The winner's plate is presented to the winner by Mr. Paul Eric Hoyer, the president of Badminton World Federation.
The sports equipment producers, they should think a little bit about this. It's always trouble carrying the flag when you won. They should have a little device that can keep the flag when you won a title. That would be
The winner
nice.
earns a prize money of $51,800 US.
Yeah.
以上でミックスダブルス表彰式を終了いたします。
Presented
選手の言動をたたえ、どうぞ大きな拍手をお送りください。
Paul Eric
Ladies
Hoyer
and
Larsen.
gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony. Please put your hands together for the winners and runners-up.
Yes, the Chinese fans are happy, but most of the fans here in this wonderful new arena will be very much looking forward to the next match because it features home player Nozomi Okuhara. So as the mixed doubles finalists pose for the photographers with the presentation party. Well, remarkable. The world number ones, the world champions. The 5th title this year. In an 8th final this year. So, another title to add to their list of achievements. But of course, the next match will be women's singles. And former champion Nozomi Okuhara takes on last year's champion Carolina Marin in the women's singles final, and then we have men's doubles final after that, so plenty more still to come as the mixed doubles champions pose for the army of photographers here at the Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open. You don't want to give that trophy up too quickly. And indeed, that confirms what I was telling you. Coming up next is the women's singles final. It is the former world champion and former Japan Open champion Nozomi Okuhara against the reigning world champion and defending Japan Open champion Carolina Marin.